All right, welcome to part 2. Let's do division now. So this says the quotient of powers rule. So to divide the two powers with the same base, you're just going to subtract the exponents now. So for example, this is c to the 11th power divided by c to the 8th power, and you're just going to subtract the two things. So it would be 11 minus 8 or c to the 3. Or over here, they've got r to the 5th power divided by r squared. It's going to be r to the 5th power minus 2, and then you get r cubed. Another way to look at that is like, say you have 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 5 r's on top, and this is divided by r squared, right? So this is another way to rewrite this. And then what's r divided by r? Well, it's just 1. So, there we go. So it's just r divided by r, it's just 1, so those cancel, and these cancel. And what are you left? You're just left with these 3 r's, which is r cubed. That's another way to think about it. Okay, so let's look at the first example. I've got g cubed times h to the 5th divided by g h squared. So we're going to do what it says, and we're just going to subtract. So g to the cube minus 1g is going to be g, I'll just write it out for you. So this will be 3 minus 1, because I've got 1g down here. And then we've got h5 minus 2, and that's going to be g squared and h to the 3rd. That's it. For this one, I'm going to have x 3 minus 2 and y 4 minus 1, so we got 1y down there. And then this is going to be x to the 1 power, but I don't have to write that. And then y to the cubed, or y cubed. That's it. So not too bad. Let's take a look at, this is the last page. Let's take a look at our power of quotient rule. It says to find the power of a quotient, find the power of the numerator and the power of the denominator. So for example, they've got 3/5 to the 4th power. It's just going to go to both of these things. So then it becomes 3 to the 4th and then 5 to the 4th. Or if you've got letters, it would be, this is r over t to the 5th power. So it would be r to the 5th, t to the 5th. So for this one, you're just going to send this to each thing. So this would become 3 squared p. We're going to apply what we did last time. So power of a power, you multiply them. So this would be at 6. And then this is all over 7 squared. If you wanted to simplify that, 3 squared would be 9. This is p to the 6th over 7 squared is 49. And that's doesn't simplify too nice, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. The second one, send this to each of these things. So 5 squared, and then we've got x to the 3 times 2. That was I'm sorry, this is actually a 5. That's a 5. Here, let me rewrite it. 5 times 2. There we go. And this would be y squared. And then this is all over would be 6 squared. And then simplified, I would get 25 x to the 10th power. 5 times 2 is 10. Y squared all over 36. That's it. The last two on here, not too bad. It says this is a zero exponent rule. You might already know this. It says any non-zero number raised to the 0 power is equal to 1. So anything to the 0 power is going to be 1. So 15 to the 0 power is 1. 2.4 to the 0 power is 1. Y to the 0 power is 1. I could have this really big number right here, raise it to the 0 power, and this is going to be, you guessed it, just 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. All right, and then the negative exponent rule, For any non-zero number a and any integer n, a to the negative n is the reciprocal of a to the n, which sounds disgusting, I know. So don't worry too much. All it means is that if you have a to a negative number, then you can rewrite it like this. So for example, and here I'll make this all, well, 2 to the negative 4, you can rewrite it as 1 over 2 to the 4, which is 1/16. Or if I had 2, let's not use 2 because they just use 2. Let's use x. So if I had x to the negative 5, right, I could rewrite that as just 1 over x to the 5. And if you don't believe me, put it in a calculator, check it out. All right, example 6. So we got to simplify all these. So I've got a negative here and a negative here. So, oh, and actually before we move on, if I have something like that where it's in the bottom, so let's say I have 1 over x to the negative 2. This is just going to be x squared then. It just flips. So if you have a negative, just flip it and make it positive. So here I've got n to the negative 5. So that's going to be 1 over n to the 5. I'm going to keep my p to the 4th term, and then this r to the negative 2 is going to become r squared. And I guess technically these are all being multiplied together, or if you want to have parentheses, and then this would be out of 1, this would be out of 1, and you're going to multiply straight across. So you get p to the 4th r squared over n to the 5th. And that's just, I mean, it's just a real easy way of saying, okay, I'm going to send this to the bottom, send this to the top, and then rewrite it, right? So literally r squared p to the 4th and then n to the 5th. You just flip them. That's it. All right, and the last one. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I've got some r's on top and t's right here. So let's learn everything we've learned so far. Let's put it all together, all right? Let's just put the 5 over negative 20. Let's just put it here for now. So I've got r negative 3, t to the 4th, all over r squared, t to the 7th, u to the negative 5. All right, I'm gonna start getting rid of my negatives. So this is gonna go to the bottom, this is gonna go to the top. So I'm not gonna have any r's on top now, but I will, so then I'll have t to the 4th. This u is gonna go up top. So this would be u to the 5th. This r is gonna go to the bottom. So I would have r squared times r cubed, and I still have this t to the 7th term. And then now we can start combining a little bit of things. So I've got these two on the bottom. I can add those together. Bases are the same, so I can add the exponents. So I'll have t to the 4th, u to the 5th, all over, should be an r. r to the 5th, and then t to the 7th. I can subtract these two things. If I subtract those though, what am I gonna get? What's 4 minus 7? I'm gonna get a negative number, right? So I'm sorry. So scratch what I just said without the negative number. Let's just look at this. Let's just look at the t's right here. So t to the 4th, t to the 7, right? Imagine I had 1, 2, 3, 4 t's here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So those will cancel, those will cancel, those will cancel, and those will cancel. What do you have left? You got 3 t's in the bottom. So I guess when you're doing these, always put the bigger number first. So if you wanted to do t to the 7 minus t to the 4, this would be t cubed, and then you just put this wherever the bigger number was. So since the bigger number is in the bottom, I'm gonna put t cubed in the bottom. So I get u to the 5th, r to the 5th, and t cubed. And then let's not forget about this guy over here. This you can simplify as 1/4, negative 1/4. So let's put it all together with this and this. So you're gonna get 1, I even have to write the 1. So let's just turn this into a u to the 5th for this term, all over negative 4 for over here. And then this is gonna be r to the 5th t cubed. And if that was hard to follow, or you're having troubles with it, just let me know. We can meet and I can walk you through it again, or I can point you in a different direction, okay? All right, bye guys.